Guys, I am Fatih Kürşat Cansu. I am mathematics and computer science teacher. Today we will study about the technologies required to provide a VPN. But first, let's define what the VPN is. A VPN, it's a kind of abbreviation of virtual private network, is a service that lets you access the web safely and privately by routing your connection to a server and hiding your online actions. Now, let's look how the VPN works. First, we have to understand that VPN is a software. You start the VPN client from your VPN service. This software encrypts your data even before your internet provider or Starbucks Wi-Fi provider sees it. First, the data goes VPN, and from the VPN server to your online destination, anything from your bank website to video sharing to a Google search. The online destination sees your data as coming from the VPN server and its location, and not from your computer and not your location. The internet is a huge servers collection. The collection of servers responsible for storing websites and serving them to anyone who wants to visit. Those servers always talk each other, including sharing your data with each other to ultimately let you browse a page. This is great for the user, but not great for the privacy. For example, going online is like taking a commercial airline flight. The ticket agent, luggage handlers, security personnel, passport agents, all of them have some pieces of information about you, and they all exchange the data between them. A similar action happens on the web. If you visit only fun websites, yes, you are right. It doesn't matter if someone sees your data. But if it's online banking, business email, that's a bit more sensitive. It's a different story. When you use VPN service, your data is encrypted, goes in encrypted from to your ISP, then to VPN server. The VPN server is the third party that connects to the web on your behalf. This solves the privacy and security problem for us in a couple of ways. The first way, the destination site sees the VPN server as the traffic origin, not you. The second, no one can easily identify your data, your location, or whatever you are doing. The third one, your data is encrypted. Even if someone reaches the data, all his or her getters will be encrypted data, then they cannot use. So using VPN is more safer than connecting the internet via traditional ways. Now let's look how secure is a VPN. VPN security causes is a debate between IT professionals, computer scientists, and the others in the industry because no two services are identical in their offering or security. There are two main factors. The first factor is about the limitations of the type of VPN technology used by a provider. The second one is about the legal and policy limitations of the country and company. The laws of the country where the server and the company providing the VPN are located and the company's own policies affect how the company implements this technology in their service. Now, let's take a closer look at these factors. VPN protocols. VPN protocols define how the service handles data transmission over a VPN. The most common protocols, maybe some of them you have already know. The most common protocols are Pptp, L2TP, SSTP, IKEV2, and OpenVPN. Pptp, namely point-to-point tunneling protocol. This is one of the oldest protocols in use. It's designed by Microsoft. It works on old computers and operating systems. It's easy to use and set up. By today's standards, it is not fully secured, and I think we must avoid a provider if it's the only protocol offered. The second one is L2TP, Layer 2 Tunnel Protocol. This is a combination of Pptp and Cisco's L2F protocol. The name of this protocol sounds very secure, but indeed it is not, because this protocol can be broken by the NSA, National Security Administration of USA. All the data and information can be reached by NSA. I think the NSA's intervention is enough to avoid this protocol as well. SSTP, Secure Socket Tunneling Protocol. This is another Microsoft built protocol. The connection is established with some SSL TLS encryption. SSL strength is built on symmetric key cryptography. You can search for the symmetric key cryptography to learn deeply. Overall, SSTP is a very secure solution. And IKEV2, Internet Key Exchange version 2. This is again a Microsoft program and protocol. It's an iteration of Microsoft's previous protocols and much more secure one at that. The last one is OpenVPN. It's based on SSL, TLS, and its open source project, which means that's constantly being improved by hundreds of developers all around the world. It secures the connection by using keys that are known only the two participating parties on either end of the transmission. Overall, it's I think most versatile security protocol out there. In general, most of the VPN softwares allow you to select your protocol, but not all devices will allow you to use all protocols, because most of the devices and softwares developed by Microsoft. For example, for Apple devices, you will across some limitations. For example, L2TP is the default protocol for Android, but in iOS iPhone has some problems with that protocol. Sorry. Now let's look the types of VPN. VPN creates an encrypted connection known as VPN tunnel, and all the internet traffic and communication is passed through this secure tunnel, thus keeping the user data secure and private. There are two basic VPN types. Now we will be explained. The first one is remote access VPN. The second one is site-to-site VPN. Remote access VPN. Remote access VPN allows the user connect to a private network and access its services and resource remotely. Remote access VPN, I think it's useful for business users as well as home users. A corporate employee while traveling, for example, you are working in a corporation and you have to travel so much, uses a VPN to connect to a company to reach files and resource remotely. Home users or private users of VPN primarily use VPN services to bypass regional restrictions on internet size. Users conscious of internet security also use VPN services to enhance their internet security and privacy. The second one is site-to-site VPN. This type of VPN, generally called as router-to-router VPN, it's mostly used by corporations, the companies whose offices spread all over the country or world, like Shell, Adidas, or any other uh, worldwide brand, use site-to-site VPN to connect the network from one office to network from other office in other country or geography. If the offices of the same company use the VPN, is called intranet VPN. If the aim is making connection with other companies' network, is called as extranet VPN. Before talking about the VPN benefits, I'd just like to talk about the use of a VPN. Uh, the VPN technology comes as an answer to individuals' requests to protect their online activities and to maintain their online confidentiality. Beside this functionality, the technology helps internet users access restricted content from anywhere in the world with just a click of mouse. And the cherry on the top is that VPN makes the internet to search, share, and connect to the real world. It's obvious that because of people's security need and especially because of the need for sending encrypted data over a network, the VPN technology has been developed. But beside the free internet philosophy, VPN has extra and I think many valuable other advantages. The first advantage is enhanced security. For example, while you are surfing on the browser, VPN can hide your privacy from the hacker's eyes, makes your data and information kept secret, your passwords, your bank accounts. The second one is remote control. This advantage is very related to corporations and government networks because by VPN, data can be reached in any location or place. The third one is about the sharing files. A group of people can use the VPN services to share files for an extended period, by legally, we must say. The online anonymity, VPN services creates a mask and makes you anonymous. Compared to hide IP or web proxies, by VPN you can reach both web applications and websites in complete anonymity. The fifth one, unblocked websites and bypassing filters. By using VPN, you can reach any blocked or censored website or source. For this reason, the usage numbers of VPN is getting higher every day in some countries uh, where the internet is under suppressed by governments or another forces. The sixth one, sorry, the sixth one, changing IP address. If you want to or need to change your IP address to hide your connection or making the connection on another country, you can use VPN. And the next one is about the performance. Bandwidth and efficiency of the network can generally be increased once a VPN solution is implemented. The last one is about the costs, reducing costs. Reduces Using VPN reduces traveling time, traveling costs, environmental footprints, and improves productivity and simplifies network topology for administrators and companies owners. In this lecture, we have been talking about the VPN. First, we talked about what the VPN is, and secondly, we talked about what does a VPN work, and the third question was how secure is a VPN, and we looked at VPN protocols, Pptp, L2TP, and so on, and we learned types of VPN, and lastly we learned use of VPN and benefits of using VPN: enhanced security, remote control, share files or file sharing, online anonymity, unblocked websites, bypass filters, changing IP address, better performance, and reduced cost. In next lecture, we will study about the data transmission. See you in next lecture.